And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Marv Thielen Memorial Field, where we have the second round of district play. The Hawks, the home team Hawks, Remsen St. Mary's, will host tonight the IKM-Manning Wolves. IKM is Irwin, Kirkman, Manila, and Manning, and they cover basically 4 counties. A little bit near Carroll. In fact, Carroll's one of the counties, but they cover Audubon, Carroll, Crawford, and Shelby counties. Throw in a little bit of Templeton and a little bit of Aspinwall down there, and you got IKM-Manning. They will enter tonight's contest with a 10-15 record, and they advanced from last, well, it might have been Monday night because of the rain out, but they beat, I'll remember it here in a second, but they won 9-1, and over Glidden Ralston, that's the team. And the Hawks had a first-round bye, and they will feature Isaiah Garrett's on the mound tonight. For Fuller Digital, this is Jim Westman bringing you the game tonight from Remsen, from Marv Thielen Field. And we'll start with the lineups then for the 10-15 Wolves of IKM-Manning. Leading off at shortstop is Ben Ramsey. In left field, batting second, is Reed Hinners. Pitching tonight is number 14, Cooper Perdue. At first base tonight is number 15, Xander Richards. At third base tonight, number 8, Lane Sams. In center field tonight is number 2, Ross Kuzal. At second base, number 37. And that is Bryce Summerfield. Catching tonight is number 41, Jay Starman. And the right fielder is number 13, Cash Hewen. And got things going here with a first pitch strike from Isaiah Garrett's on the mound. And swing and foul tip down the third baseline for an 0-2 count. Set the defense for you. We'll talk about the batting order later on. As I mentioned, Garrett's on the mound, Landon Waldschmidt catching. Colin Holman at first, Alex Schrader at second, and 1-0-2 pitch, ball one. At third base is Cale Ortman. At shortstop, Jackson Bunkers. In left field is Ryan Willman. Center field, Brendan Fish. And Hunter Pick in right field, and a pop-up. Short left field, and Willman comes in and makes the catch for the first out.
The Wolves playing left field, number 10, Reed Heiners.
So F7 on that fly out for the first out. And Reed Hinners coming to the plate. And nice strike by right on the inside knees. Again, I'd like to thank Fuller Digital and our sponsors for bringing you these tournament games now. Girls are in the process of playing. They started an hour earlier, just so there wouldn't be a traffic jam coming in here. And they are leading in the bottom of the fourth 5-0 over the South O'Brien Wolverines. And the 0-2 pitch. Nice pitch right on the outside corner. Just must have been a little bit out. Nice location for that. And the 1-2. Curveball, he gets a piece of it. Drives it to the third base dugout. Count remains the same, 1-2 with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the first inning, and the pitch. Nice spot right on that outside corner. Second out of the inning.
Wolves pitching, number 14, Cooper Perdue.
right on the outside corner for a called third strike. Cooper Purdue, the pitcher tonight. Batting third in the lineup. Nice dropped-in curveball for strike one. The IKM-Manning are coached by Jeremy Nielsen, assisted by Jacob Irwin and Kirk Hewen. And foul tip. 0-2. Good to see Isaiah getting ahead early. I think every batter's been 0-2. Then you can afford to waste a pitch here and there. And the 1-2 pitch, 0-2 pitch. Swing and miss, and nice block by Landon. He sets up and makes a peg to first base for the third out of the inning. So 2 strikeouts to start that first inning, and we will move to the bottom of the first after these messages from our sponsors.
We can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
And back here at Marv Thielen Memorial Field as Cooper Purdue takes his warm-ups, and he will be facing the 26-2 RSM Hawks, led off by shortstop Jackson Bunkers, followed by batting second Alex Schrader, second baseman. Cale Ortman at third base tonight, batting third. Colin Holman at first base, batting fourth. Hunter Pick batting in the 5-hole out in right field. Landon Waldschmidt catching tonight, batting in the 6-hole. In the 7th slot will be the DH, Caden Groper, and he will be DHing for the pitcher, Isaiah Garretts. Batting 8th, Ryan Willman in left, and Brendan Fish in center field. Jackson takes that first pitch for a strike. And strike 2. Kind of a herky-jerky motion by Purdue. Just can't get involved in that. Just got to watch for the release point from the hand. And ball in the dirt. 1-2. And the pitch. And tapped up. Oh! Ground ball hits the second base and kind of just misplayed it.
Playing second base, number 3.
So the Hawks will gain their first run of the inning, of the game, on an error by the second baseman. Brings to the plate, number 3, Alex Schrader, second baseman. Pickoff attempt. Nothing too close. And the pitch. Ball up in the air. Oh, and I think Jackson would have been out, but the shortstop dropped the ball. So error on the shortstop on that one. I think Jackson's helmet might have knocked it loose. So runner in scoring position. And the pitch stays high. 2-0 the count. And the pitch inside. I think the umpire thought that Alex was going to get hit by that pitch. He kind of flinched a little bit. 3-0. Shortstop sneaking in, nothing doing. There's strike one. Ball sails high. Runners at first and second.
Number 15, Cale Ortman.
Cale Ortman comes to the plate, number 3 hitter, and playing third base tonight. And the pitch. Strike one. Inside corner at the knees. Good pitch by Purdue. And the pitch. Ball outside. 1-1 to count. As I mentioned before on the onset, IKM-Manning, 10-15 on the season. Really no common opponent between St. Mary's and IKM. And the pitch, high and tight, 2-1. Stays up again. 3-1. Again, here's where your hitter is looking for that one pitch they know they can drive. And the pitch. Called strike. That wasn't the pitch that Cale was looking for. A little low. Low for him in the strike zone anyway. So full count, nobody out. And the pitch. Ripped down third baseline. Foul. Behind the plate tonight is Terry Dallaslager, and on the bases is Dale Tokheim. And there's a tap down third base. Foul ball. Foul ball. Terry used to be he was the first coach at Trinity Christian, so we had some games against him when they first started their program. Dale originally from Shaler, Iowa. And 3-2 pitch, and it plunks him to load the bases.
Up next for the Hawks, number 16, Colin Holman.
Well, Colin Holman comes to the plate. First baseman, bases loaded, nobody out. And right over the jumping pitcher and into center field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. So Holman picks up a 2-run single.
Up next for the Hawks, play right field, number 23, Hunter Pick.
That'll put runners at first and third. First pitch swinging. So Bunkers and Schrader both score. Ortman advances to third base. Brings to the plate Hunter Pick. First and third for the Hawks, nobody out. Catcher given the first and third base runner situation. Know who's covering, where the ball is going to go if there's a steal. And the pitch. Good pitch. Called strike one on the outside corner. That is a balk, yes. I was wondering if they're going to call it. He broke his hands first before he made the step over. So the third run scores. And Holman advances to second base. The pitcher is supposed to step first, and he broke his hands first, so it looked like he was coming to the plate, so a balk was called. Ball sails outside. 1-1. And the pitch. Low and past the catcher. Tried to backhand it instead of using his body. Let's send the runner to third base now. That's one thing Landon does. He uses that equipment well. Takes the brunt of it. And the pitch. Too far inside. And nothing doing. Came back to the screen. There you have to have that walking lead at third base and watch the flight of the ball into the catcher's mitt. And now head coach Jeremy Nielsen will be coming out, having a conference. Failed to mention our coaching staff for the Hawks is Dean Harpenow, assisted by Brad Klein, Nolan Hazy, and Blaine Harpenow helping out in the dugout. So I'm sure Coach Nielsen just trying to settle him down a little bit. Playing on the road and playing against the third-ranked team in the state. And umpire Dolly Slogger going to head out there and kind of encourage him to get it going. All right, everybody's going to stay the same. Thought he was trying to delay to maybe make a pitching change. So Hunter pick with a 3-1 count. Runner at third, 3 runs in for the Hawks. And he had a swing that might drop in there. And it does. Right over the first baseman's head. And watch the sneak in behind you. So,
for the Hawks, catching number 20.
Little chip shot there for an RBI single. Yeah, make contact and good things will happen. So 4-0 then for the Hawks. With now the runner at first base. Landon takes ball 1. And the pitch. There's a drive that. Oh, off the center fielder's glove. And Hunter has to scurry down to second. And kind of make a diving catch on that, so I'm going to give him a single on that.
Up next for the Hawks, the DH, 24.
Well hit. Probably the most well hit ball so far tonight. So runners at first and second, and we have a courtesy runner for the catcher. I think that's Brady Worth at first base. And Caden Groper. I thought it almost hit it, or it almost did hit him, but I thought it did. So ball 1. And the pitch stays off of it, leaves it high. 2-0. There's a good pitch on the outside. 2-1. Now talking to Dean Harpenow, the head coach of Remsen St. Mary's, there might be some musical positions going on tonight. There's a rip to center field, and he didn't have to move very far on that one. Right to him for the first out, but nice drive by
left field, number 8, Ryan Willman.
Caden Groper. Just directly hit right to the center fielder for the first out. Ryan Willman comes to the plate. 4 runs in. Just talking to Dean before the game, might see 4 pitchers tonight going 1 or 2 innings. There's a tap down the third baseline. Pitcher gathers it and throws wild. Hunter Pick will come around to score. Brady Worth stops at third. There's the ball, and it's going towards it, and Brady Worth is going to score. And Willman goes all the way to third. So Willman reaches on an error by the third, by the pitcher. And then it was a merry-go-round. So 6 runs in for the Hawks and a runner at third base with 1 out. And brings to the plate number 9 hitter, Brendan Fish. And the pitch sails right at his helmet, ducks out of the way. So kind of almost 2 errors on that play. There's a line drive to center field for the 7th run of the inning.
Up next for the Hawks, number 13, Jackson Bunker.
RBI single by Brendan Fish. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits this first inning. And Jackson Bunker's back at the plate. Takes strike 1. Still the bottom of the first inning, and Jackson knocks one right in between the third baseman and shortstop for the 5th base hit of the inning.
Up next for the Hawks, number 3.
Puts runners
Alex
at first
Schrader.
and second. Jackson reached on an error his first time up, and Alex walked his first time up. Jackson scored, Alex scored. First 6 batters scored for the Hawks. And the pitch. Ball outside. No, you might see a few different pitchers tonight because Dean wants to keep everybody fresh, which is a good move. And ground ball hits his shortstop. Forces the runner at second, but can't get Alex at first, excuse me.
Up next for the Hawks, number 15, Cale Ortman.
So Alex reaches on a fielder's choice as Bunkers is forced out. 6-4 for the second out. Brings to the plate Cale Ortman. He was hit by pitch his first time up and scored. And the pitch, ball in the dirt. Alex steals second without a throw. So runners at second and third now. 2 outs. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And from the windup, and ripped down. 1-2 the count. And the pitch for Purdue, and knock foul again. One, two outs. Runners at second and third. 7 runs in for the Hawks. Purdue trying to get this right signal, throws it, and foul ball. Looks like it's going to be in foul territory. Looking over at the girls' game, I know in the 5th inning, I believe, and we have 8-0 in the 6th. Middle of the 6th, and foul ball again, right down third baseline. All right, everything's set again. And the pitch from Purdue. And lofted out to left field. Looks like he's got a bead on it, and he makes the catch. So fly out to the left fielder. Brings end of the inning with the Hawks scoring 7 big runs. And we'll move on to the top of the 2nd inning. And we'll be back after these commercial messages from our sponsors.
The Remsen Farmers Co-op has been serving you for over a century. They are a full-service co-op providing area livestock producers with land o'lakes and canned feed. And take advantage of their full-service agronomy center for all your crop production needs to maximize your yield. They also buy and sell grain and offer grain drying. Remsen Farmers Co-op with years of experience and ready for the future.
Hungry and on the go? Stop by Mrs. B's in Remsen. Locally owned and operated for over 25 years, Mrs. B's has you covered. Coffee, shakes, hundreds of drink options, milk, eggs, and more. Want something hot? Try one of Mrs. B's famous made-from-scratch pizzas, or order one of Mrs. B's many appetizer and sandwich options. Don't forget about the chicken, fish, and pork chop dinners. Mrs. B's is a proud supporter of both MMCRU and Remsen St. Mary's schools. Stop by Mrs. B's today.
Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types will work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook.
And we're back here at Marv Thielen Memorial Field for the top of the 2nd. And I warned you that we're going to have musical positions, and it's already started. So first baseman Colin Holman will come into pitch. Hunter Pick will move from right field to first. Isaiah Garris, the pitcher, will now move to left field. I think everything else stays the same for right now. And first pitch strike from Colin Holman. Batting is Xander. I can't even read my own writing. Xander Richards. And strike 2 called. 0-2 the count. Pitchers are really hammering the strike zone. Just outside. Really hammering the strike zone around the plate. That helps you pick up those kind of close ones once in a while. And the 1-2. And right down Broadway.
Up next for the Wolves, playing third base, number 8, Lane Sams.
That brings out the first first out of the inning. Lane Sams, the third baseman for the Wolverines, comes to the plate. So Garrett's went 1 inning, struck out 1, and pop-up, going to reach the foul territory. Struck out 1, no runs, no hits, no errors. 0-1 to Sams. And line drive right back to Holman.
Up next for the Wolves, playing center field, number 2, Ross Kusel.
For the second out of the inning. One of those comebackers. Two outs with Ross Kusel coming to the plate. Good pitch on the outside. Kusel, the center fielder, almost made a spectacular catch in that first inning. And swing and a miss. 0-2. And the pitch. Nice location for that. This must have been a little bit in or maybe a little low. Yeah, he started to flinch. And the pitch and ground ball. Hit right to Alex Schrader and makes a toss to first baseman Hunter Pick.
After the first inning, the Wolves scored no runs on no hits and no errors.
So we will move on to the bottom of the second after the 4-3 ground out for the third out. And coming to the plate for the Hawks will be Holman, Pick, and Waldschmidt.
Insurance can be confusing. With all of the legal terms, different policies, what are you actually getting? With over 60 years of experience, there's no confusing the experts at Matkin Insurance. Let Matkin Insurance help you find the policies that fit your lifestyle, budget, and needs. Matkin Insurance takes pride in being an independent agency, always working for what's best for their customers. So what are you waiting for? Contact Matkin Insurance today.
Back to Martina Memorial Field, and we have some changes for the Wolverines too, or the Wolves, I should say. Now pitching will be Xander Richards. He comes in from third base. The pitcher will now go to catcher, and the catcher is going to go to first base. So just kind of a, looks like a triangular trade there. Positions 1, 2, and 3 are the ones that are going to change. So I believe that Cooper Purdue, this is his given position more than anything, is being the catcher.
For the Hawks, number 16, Colin Holman.
Colin Holman to lead off the bottom of the second inning. He had a 2 RBI single and later scored in the first inning. And the pitch way outside. And the pitch, ball in the dirt, bounces off Purdue. Behind the plate now, 2-0. The Hawks softball team will advance again after a 10-0 victory over the South O'Brien Wolverines. They will play Friday at 7 o'clock. And that will be here at the Remsen softball field. And I think the opponent will be known at a later time, I should say. They're playing tonight. So runner at first base now, and have another courtesy runner since Holman is now the pitcher. This is Brady Coink. Hunter Pick comes to the plate. And called strike one. Hawks with a 7-0 lead going into the bottom of the second, and a pitch, and he pulled off that one. He had a good swing at it, but he just pulled off and stepped away from it. So behind 0-2. Richards with the pitch. Driven to center field. Went back on it. Made a nice grab. F8 on the put out for the first out of the inning. Hunter gave it a pretty good ride to straight center field. Landon Waldschmidt coming to the plate now. He singled and scored, or his courtesy runner did anyway, in the first inning. Coink remains at first base. I'll try to get you the information of who the Hawk ladies play. Oh, hit and run. Reach for it. You popped it up, and third baseman makes the catch and doubles him up on the hit and run. That's the risk that you run. So Waldschmidt pops out F5 for the second out, and then 5-3 for the double play ball. So no runs, no hit, and nobody left on because of the double play. So after two complete, Hawks 7, IKM-Manning 0. And we'll be back after these commercial messages from our sponsors.
At Happy Siesta Healthcare Center in Remsen, Iowa, we strive to provide a comfortable home away from home, whether your needs are for long-term care or rehab to home. Regardless of your level of care, our mission is to provide you and your loved ones with quality, compassionate care in your time of need. An outpatient therapy is available with Remsen Rehab, located inside Happy Siesta. And Happy Siesta Healthcare Center is always looking for quality employees, so contact us if you'd like to work here. Happy Siesta Healthcare Center, Remsen. Gangler Feed Service in Remsen is your complete farm store. We feed all farm species, and we're a Hubbard, Kent, and Big Game dealer. Whether it's sprayers, grain banking, corn drying, or feeding your animals, we're your complete farm store, and service is our business. Gangler Feed Service in Remsen. Call them at 786-2234 or stop in and see them. Service is our business at Gangler Feed Store, Remsen.
And welcome back to Martina Memorial Field. And again, as I warned you, we have musical positions again. Jackson Bunkers is now on the mound. He moved in from shortstop, so Cale Ortman moves from third to short. Holman goes from pitcher to third, and Hunter Pick
number 37, Bryce
at first base. Bryce Summerfield comes to the plate, and the pitch, good pitch, good location for that one on the outside. And the 0-1 pitch from Bunkers. Curveball had him buckled. Just stayed inside too far. So to close the book on Holman, 1 strikeout. 3 batters, 3 outs. Same thing with Garrett's to start the inning. There's a drive way foul territory. Down the first base line. Well behind it. 1-2 the count. Lady Hawks try to make their 3rd straight appearance down in Fort Dodge for the state tournament. And took the first step, and there's a called 3rd strike on a curveball.
Bunker strikes out Summerfield, bringing up number 41, Jace Starman.
Jace Starman comes to the plate. He is now the first baseman. Started out as the catcher tonight. And first pitch, outside. Pitchers are definitely hitting their targets tonight for the Hawks. Landon wanted it outside, and that's where he threw it. I'll move it a little bit further in. Still on the outside part of the plate. And drops that curveball in. 1-1 with 1 out. Hawks leading by a score of 7-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kind of a beautiful night tonight. Not so humid. It's like 75 degrees. Nice gentle breeze. Last week was humid and hot. 1-2 pitch. Good location. 2-2. Now you might see another curveball here. Changes eyesight. And the pitch. Nope, fastball right on the outside part of the plate. 2 outs. 2 strikeouts.
Bunker strikes out Starman for out number 2. Now batting will be number 13, Cash Hewn.
Cash Hewen comes to the plate. Number 9 hitter, lefty. And the pitch from Bunkers. Swing. Foul tip. Looks like a young player. Jackson with the 0-1 pitch. Inside. Dusting back a little bit. 1-1. You definitely don't want to throw anything slow to speed up this guy's bat, so should just come with fastballs and hard breakers. There's a fastball. Tails away. 1-2 the count. And the 1-2, got curveball, didn't get a grip on that one. 2-2. Work it ahead now. Two pitch. Fouls it off into the screen. Do it over again. If the Lady Hawks, by virtue of winning tonight, will play on Friday night at 7 o'clock here against the winner of Trinity Christian and Kingsley Pearson. So that'll be known at a later time. And the 2-2. Curveball is kind of falling away from that. Full count. And whoever wins tonight here will be Saturday against the winner of And there's a foul ball down third baseline.
Alta Aurelia or Exira.
And that will be the winner of Alta Aurelia and Exira, Elkhorn Kimballton. Do it over again. 3-2, 2 outs. Top of the third inning. And so
Ewan draws the walk, bringing up number 7, Ben
Wolves
Ramsey.
get their first runner of the game via the walk. Oh, top of the order, Ben Ramsey. He flew out to left field his first time up. Shortstop for the Wolves. And the pitch. Nothing doing. Ball scooted away from Landon for a second. One over the count to Ben Ramsey. And the pitch. No, ball stay outside. Again, a little flinch by the home plate umpire. Two over the count. And the pitch. There's a fly ball right to pop up to Alex Schrader for the third out of the inning.
Ramsey flies out to the second baseman Schrader for the third out of the inning.
No runs, no hits, one left for the Wolves. And we'll move on to the bottom of the third inning with the Hawks leading by a score of 7-0. And again, we'll be back after these commercial messages from our sponsors.
Healthcare, we want you to travel somewhere fun, not to a doctor's appointment. Specialists, specialty clinics, and outpatient services bring advanced skills and training and make diagnostics and treatment capabilities more accessible, keeping care convenient and close to home. Working in step with your healthcare team, specialists communicate and collaborate to provide you and your family the care that you need. To learn more about specialty services, talk with your provider or visit floydvalley.org.
And back here at Mark Taylor Memorial Field for the bottom of the third inning. As the Hawks look to add to their 7-0 lead, due up is Caden Groper, the DH for, that might have changed. No, Caden is still due up. And Ryan Willman and Brendan Fish, he will still DH for Isaiah Garrett's, the left fielder. That part of the batting order did not change.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning, the designated hitter, number 24, Caden Groper.
7, 8, 9. Set the table for the top of the order. Groper, Willman, Fish. And first pitch, laid off. A little bit high. 1-0 to Caden Groper. And the pitch looked pretty good, but called ball. 2-0. And the pitch. Oh, caught a piece of the umpire on that one, I think. 3-0 the count to Caden Groper. And it looks like Cale Ortman warming up in the bullpen. He'll and the 3-0 pitch. And I'm sure he had the take sign. 3-1. Say 1-0 Alta. 1-0 Alta Aurelia over Elkhorn. Exira Elkhorn Kimballton after 3 complete. And that will
draws the walk, bringing up the left
walk
fielder,
to
number
Caden
8,
Groper.
Ryan Willman.
Gives the Hawks their first runner of the bottom of the third. And Isaiah
Running at
Garrett
first base will be number 25, Isaiah Garrett.
will come in and run for Caden. I'm sure that will be a re-entry. Ryan Willman comes to the plate. He reached on an error by the third baseman, I believe. And snap throw down to first. Diving back is Isaiah Garrett. And I think that was a ball. 1-0 the count to Ryan Willman. And the pitch. And it's a drive over shortstop. He's going back out. He gathers it in.
Willman flies out to the shortstop for out number 1.
So F6 on that put out for the
12,
first out.
Brendan Fish.
Brendan Fish had an RBI single in that first inning, that 7-run first inning. Hawks really haven't threatened anything since the first inning. Had a double play in the second on an attempted hit and run. And a little pop-up, and then hard to change direction. And they doubled up Colin Holman, or the courtesy runner at first base. 1-0 the count, and there's foul ball, and it's going to come into the crowd. Everybody starts ducking when they should look at it. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Bottom of the third inning. Isaiah Garrett's at first. Brendan Fish at the plate, and the pitch, and driven right by the pitcher. Oh, Brendan, 2 for 2 tonight. Puts runners at first and second now with
Single
1 out.
Fish brings up number 13, the pitcher, Jackson Bunkers.
Jackson Bunkers comes to the plate. He reached on an error and a single. Hawks looking to add to that lead now. And the pitch stays low. As I mentioned before, Alta Aurelia was leading 1-0 in the bottom of the third inning against Exira Elkhorn Kimballton. Lights just turned on here at Marv Thielen Memorial Field. And ball sails outside and a throw behind. Garrett's back safely. 2-0 the count. Richards with the sign and the pitch. That got Jackson right on the, skimmed off his forearm.
Bunkers
So the hit by pitch will load the bases with 1 out.
Baseman, number 3, Alex Schrader.
Alex Schrader walked and reached on a fielder's choice. Looking to do some damage here. Way up in the batter's box. And fouls it off behind the first base dugout. See if we can avoid a double play again. Hit that ball hard on the ground or get it out in the outfield grass for a sac fly maybe. And the pitch stays outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Ball low. Two on the count. Richards adds the signs, and he throws. And ground ball hit to the third baseman, comes home with it, and throws wild. And Garrett's retouches. I don't think he had to, but he went back and touched it. And getting up a little gingerly there. So Alex reaches on a fielder's choice again. And Garrett scores the 8th run of the...
Schrader drives in Fish and Garrett's. Now batting will be the shortstop, number 15, Cale Ortman.
Fish also came in and scored on that. So 9-0. And Bunkers goes to third, and Schrader goes to second on the errant throw. And ground ball hits shortstop or second baseman. He makes the throw over, but the 10th run scores in the form of Jackson Bunkers.
Ground out by Ortman scores Bunkers. Bringing to the plate the third baseman, number 16, Colin Holman.
So on the ground out for the second out, Ortman picks up his another RBI or a RBI. And Holman looks at ball one. So runner at third base, 10 runs in. Ball in the dirt, nice block by Purdue. There's a rip down and nice play by third base or first baseman for the third out of the inning.
Holman grounds out to first for the third out of the inning.
That was 3 unassisted on that one for the third out. So after 3 complete, Remsen St. Mary's 10, the IKM Wolves, IKM-Manning Wolves 0. And we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Healthy means enjoying life's best moments, and the best way to stay healthy is to make your routine appointments. Whether you have new symptoms or it's time for your annual exam, the providers at Floyd Valley Healthcare know and listen to you, so you'll get the care that you need. We help you stay healthy by providing preventative care, finding health concerns early, managing chronic conditions, and connecting you with specialty care close to home. Don't miss a single special moment. Make your appointment today.
I'm Dr. Brooke Kahns. I'm a new general surgeon at Floyd Valley Healthcare, and I look forward to working with the community.
Family has been providing trusted funerals since 1943, when Joseph and Adele Fish bought Remsen's only funeral home. Beginning in 1976, Joe's son Joel and his wife Jean continued the tradition of being a family-owned and operated business. In 2009, David and Elizabeth Fish carried the family tradition into the future and now offer monuments. The Fish family is honored to assist you in your time of need, offering care and compassion. Fish Funeral Home and Monuments in Remsen, our family serving your family since 1943.
And back here at Marv Memorial Field with Jackson Bunkers in his second inning of work, and starts off Hinners with a strike one and ball sails high. 1-1 to count. Top of the fourth inning with the Hawks leading by a score of 10-0 over the IKM-Manning Wolves. And the pitch drops that curveball in. 1-2 the count. And the pitch, low and away. 2-2. IKM might sound familiar. We played them, what was it, 2018, I think, down in Denison for sub-state basketball. And swing and a miss on that curveball.
Bunker strikes out Hinners for out number 1. Now batting
First
is number
out.
14, Cooper Purdue.
Cooper Purdue comes to the plate. He struck out in the first inning. The Wolves have had one runner. The walk to the number 9 hitter last inning. And strike one right down Broadway. Hawks looking to make their 8th consecutive trip to Des Moines or Carroll. In this instance, it'll be Carroll. I think the first, 16, 17, 18, and 19, I think we're all in Des Moines. And 20. Strike two. Last couple of years in Carroll. Merchant Stadium, Merchant Park. Class 1A and 2A will be in Carroll, 3A and 4A in Iowa City, where the Hawkeyes play at Dwayne Banks Field. That ball sails over Purdue. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. Curveball drops in.
Bunker strikes out Purdue for the second out of the inning. Now batting is number 15, Xander Richards.
2 up, 2 down. Xander Richards. Pitcher now for the Wolves comes to the plate. He struck out looking his first time up. Ball one. Ball two, inside and low. And the pitch. There it is. Right on the outside corner. 2-1. 2 outs. Top of the fourth. Hawks leading 10-0. And right by him on that one. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Right by him again. 3 up,
Bunker
3
strikes out
down,
Richards
3
for the third out of the
strikeouts.
inning.
And that will
Due up for
finish
Hawks
the
in the bottom
top of the fourth.
will
We'll
be
go to
Pick,
move to the bottom,
Waldschmidt, and
we'll
Roper.
be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Big with American Bank. Our staff is here to help you hit a home run to meet all your financial goals. Step up to the plate and let us show you what teamwork is all about. Here's to hoping your talent, dedication, and teamwork make for a grand slam season. American Bank is a proud supporter of the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks softball and baseball team, and we are wishing them a happy and successful season. American Bank, achieving success together. Member FDIC.
We can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
And back here at Martina Memorial Field for the bottom of the fourth inning. Due up for the Hawks will be Hunter Pick, Landon Waldschmidt, and Caden Groper. One.
Oh, and then who pitched second?
Garrett's the first inning and then Holman.
Okay,
Yep.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth
And
inning.
Hunter Pick to
The
lead
first
off
baseman, number 23,
the bottom of the
Hunter
fourth
Pick.
inning, with the Hawks leading by a score of 10-0. The run rule in baseball is a little bit different than softball. It's 10 after 5 and then 15 after 4. And, of course, 1 after 7. And the pitch, he pulls away from it. "1-1 the count. His front foot comes out a little bit. He pulls right off of it. He stays in there. I think he can drive it. There's a good pitch on the outside, but called ball. 2-1. Looks like he's ready to ring him up, but and the pitch in the dirt. Nice pick by Purdue. 31. Hunter singled RBI single in the first and flew out to center field. Well hit, but right at the center fielder. There's a ground ball, a shortstop. Comes up clean, throws wild. E6, Hunter better scurry down to second. Make the throw, and he's there. Ball goes out in the center, but will not advance. So error on the shortstop.
Bringing up the catcher, number 20, Landon Waldschmidt.
Brings to the plate, Landon Waldschmidt. Single in the first and flew out to the third baseman in the second. The single was probably the hardest one hit tonight. Line shot right through center field, right to center field. Ball is behind him for 1-0.
2-0 after 4.
The count. An update from the other district is Alta Aurelia 2, Exira Elkhorn Kimballton 0 after 4 innings. Pitch called a ball. 2-0 the count. And the pitch, curveball, and he waited on it. Drops it into right field. And that is going to score pick from second base. So RBI single
Pick scores on the
by
RBI single by Waldschmidt. Courtesy runner at
courtesy
first base
runner will
be
come in
number
now,
5,
Brady Worth.
Now batting for the Hawks will be the left fielder, number 25, Isaiah Garretts.
So it's still nobody out. Isaiah Garretts will now hit for himself. He was DH'd earlier for Caden Groper. And lets that one go high. So 11-0 now for the Hawks, with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And 2 hopper to the second baseman, and he throws wild to the shortstop at second. Worth will advance to third. On the air by the second baseman. So Garretts reaches on a fielder's choice, and the throw
Garretts reaches
to
safely on the fielder's choice error.
Aaron, second baseman, will put runners at first and third with nobody out. And Coach Nielsen comes out for, again, a little conference. Well, at this point, probably telling him, just make the routine plays. Because that was kind of an out that was just given up. You can't assume a double play, just get one out. Ryan Willman will now come to the plate, unless there's going to be a pinch hitter. Looks like there may be a pinch hitter. Dolly Sliger, the home plate umpire, going out to move him along a little bit, unless he wants to make a change. And everybody's going to stay the same, and we do have a pinch hitter coming up.
There, John. Good.
Austin Klein.
Pinch hitter for the
Come
Hawks.
to the plate in
Be
place
number
of Ryan
34,
Willman.
Austin Klein.
So set the stage again, 11-0 Hawks in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run in this inning. Runners at first and third. Austin Klein pinch hitting for Ryan Willman. And the pitch sails outside. 1-0. Don't think we'll have any steals at this point in time. Really shouldn't. And the pitch. There's a dry. Ooh. Almost took Hazy's head off. Coach Hazy at first base. Line shot. 1-1. And the pitch. And fouled off. Straight back. One, two, the count. And the pitch sails high. 2-2. Kind of leaving a big hole there on the right side between first and second base. Of course, first baseman's holding on to runner. It's quite a big hole for a pull hitter, usually a pull hitter. And ball sails outside. Full count. And the pitch. And pulled into right field. Foul ball. Foul ball. Do it all over again with a full count. And the pitch sails high. Ball 4.
Klein reaches safely on the walk.
We'll load the bases now.
Number 12, Brendan Fish.
Brendan Fish comes to the plate with 2 for 2 night with a run scored and an RBI. Looking to do some damage here. And the pitch. Nubbed down the third baseline. 0-1 the count. Just want to send it hard through the infield. He got infield pulled, so that makes you a 400 hitter now. And the pitch. Low and in. 1-1. Just cut down on the angles now. For the fielders, easier to get a hard ground ball through the infield. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball. 1-2. And the pitch. And fouls it off. Still 1-2. And the pitch, outside, snap throw down first. Klein back easily, diving back. 2-2. And the pitch driven. Oh, third baseman, a nice play. And forced the run at home plate. Nice play by the shortstop. Or excuse me, third baseman. 5-2 on that put out.
For out number 1.
For the first out.
Bringing up the pitcher, number
Fish
13,
reaches
Jackson
on a fielder's
Bunkers.
choice. Bases remain loaded with 1 out now. And top of the order with Jackson Bunkers. Hit by pitch, single. And reached on an air. And the pitch. Ooh, he had a hack at that one. He's probably loose now. It's like he was trying to end it right there. And the 0-1 pitch. And that comes really close to hitting him. 1-1. Hey, you're not supposed to get cheated on your first couple swings, so he took advantage of that one. And the pitch. And there's a drive out to right field. Runner will tag. Right fielder makes the catch. Throw coming in. And Garrett scores on the sac fly for the
Isaiah
12th
Garrett
run.
Scores on the sacrifice fly by Bunkers. With 2 outs, coming to the plate will be a pinch hitter, number 30, Ty Tritz.
Ty Tritz comes to the plate as a pinch hitter. So that was a sac fly to right field and an RBI for the second out. Ty Tritz will bat for Alex Schrader. Ball sails high. "12 runs in. Guys at first and second. And ball 2 called. And the pitch sails high. 3-0. I think in girls softball, I think it's 12 after 3. So a little bit different setup for mercy rule in softball than there is in baseball. And the pitch stays low. 4-pitch walk. We'll load the bases back up again.
Tritz draws a walk. Coming to the plate will be another pinch hitter for the Hawks, number 7, Cole Holman.
Cole Holman will bat for Cale Ortman. With the bases loaded and 2 outs. And Coach Nielsen comes out and looks like we may have a pitching change. Looks like the first baseman who started out as the catcher will be coming to pitch. Looks like Starman. But regardless, we'll have the updates after we come back with these messages.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Next level internet leads to a next level experience. So up your game with Westel Systems Fiber Internet. With internet speeds up to 1 gigabyte per second, you can stream videos and play games without the annoyances of bufferings or delays. Westel goes above and beyond to make their customers' experience as hassle-free as possible, with exceptional 24/7 technical support and a reliable network so you can relax and do the things you enjoy. Explore what Westel has to offer at westelsystems.com. Get more out of your money and see what Westel Systems can do for you.
The Remsen Farmers Co-op has been serving you for over a century. They are a full-service co-op providing area livestock producers with land o'lakes and canned feed. And take advantage of their full-service agronomy center for all your crop production needs to maximize your yield. They also buy and sell grain and offer grain drying. Remsen Farmers Co-op with years of experience and ready for the future.
And back here at Martina Memorial Field, and pitching change, we have Ramsey, who was the shortstop. He'll be in to pitch then. That would be Ben Ramsey. And a couple other changes.
Now on the mound is number 7, Ben
But doesn't
Ramsey.
affect the batting order. So Cole Holman will face the new pitcher with bases loaded, 2 outs, 12 runs in. And takes ball 1. And Ramsey with the pitch, who sawed him off right to the first baseman. Right in on the hands.
Holman grounds out to the first baseman.
So we
for
will
out
move
number 3.
after 4 complete. Remsen St. Mary Hawks 12, IKM-Manning Wolves 0. And we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
Hungry and on the go? Stop by Mrs. B's in Remsen. Locally owned and operated for over 25 years, Mrs. B's has you covered. Coffee, shakes, hundreds of drink options, milk, eggs, and more. Want something hot? Try one of Mrs. B's famous made-from-scratch pizzas, or order one of Mrs. B's many appetizer and sandwich options. Don't forget about the chicken, fish, and pork chop dinners. Mrs. B's is a proud supporter of both MMCRU and Remsen St. Mary's schools. Stop by Mrs. B's today.
Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen has provided the best flooring materials for their customers since 1959. For all your project needs, including hardwood, tile, carpet, vinyl, and luxury vinyl, planks, and more. Visit their showroom in Remsen and see what flooring types would work for your home or business. Their team can also complete your flooring installation after your free estimate. Visit Moeller Carpet and Floor Covering in Remsen today and visit them on Facebook.
Insurance can be confusing. With all of the legal terms, different policies, what are you actually getting? With over 60 years of experience, there's no confusing the experts at Matkin Insurance. Let Matkin Insurance help you find the policies that fit your lifestyle, budget, and needs. Matkin Insurance takes pride in being an independent agency, always working for what's best for their customers. So what are you waiting for? Contact Matkin Insurance today.
And back here at Martina Memorial Field, and again a pitching change for the Hawks. We have Cale Ortman taking over for Jackson Bunkers, and he brings gas on the first pitch for 0-1 count. And tap foul, 0-2. The Wolves have had 1 runner tonight, a walk in the 3rd inning. So not gonna hex anybody right now, but and yes, he did go around for the first out.
Ortman strikes out Sams for out number 1. Now coming to the plate is number 2, Ross Kuzel.
Ross Kuzel comes to the plate. He grounded out, second to first in the 2nd inning. And 1-1 the count. Ball stays outside. Oh, it is 3-0. 3-0 the count. And the pitch. Right down Broadway. 3-1. In strike two. And the payoff. Stays outside and
Kuzel reaches on the walk.
Wolves gain their second runner of the game on the second walk of the game. Bryce Summerfield. Strikeout looking in the third inning. 1 out, 1 on. And ball one. Just need to work ahead, just throw strikes. 12-run lead. And runner going. And makes it safely. I guess I don't understand that reasoning, but down 12 runs, your run does not mean a thing. But runner at second base, 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Strike two. Kale has good velocity. Kind of once in a while he gets off track a little bit outside, a little bit high, and there, not that one.
Ortman strikes out Summerfield for the second out of the inning.
2 outs.
Now batting.
And the Wolves
41,
down to their
Jace Starman.
last at bat. That is a 10th combined strikeout for the Hawks against 2 walks. Ball one. Oh, there's the base hit. And good thing he did steal second base. Scores on the RBI double by Jay Starman.
RBI double by Starman. Drives in Kuzel.
So 12-1 now on the first base hit by the Wolves tonight in the top of the 5th inning.
Pinch running at second. Number 1, Carson Lorenzen.
Carson Lorenzen will be
Now batting
the
is number 13.
pinch runner.
Cash Hewen.
Cash Hewen comes to the plate then with 2 outs, 1 run in for the Wolves. And the pitch, ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count. And swing and a miss. It was probably out of the strike zone, it looked like. And the pitch. And fouls it off right back into the field of play. Way up now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at second base on the RBI double by Jace Starman. And the pitch. Curveball and drops right in. And that is the game.
Ortman strikes out
Ends up
Hewen for the third out of the
12-1.
inning.
And as I mentioned before, combined one hitter by 4 RSM Hawk pitchers, combining for 10 strikeouts and 2 walks, 1 run, and that was earned. And lone hit was an RBI double by Jay Starman. So the Wolves will end the season at 10-16, and the Hawks will advance Saturday night against the winner of Alta Aurelia. And the last update we had on that, Alta Aurelia was ahead 2-0 after 4 complete. So the Hawks moved to 27-2. And softball girls will play Friday against the winner of KP, Kingsley Pearson, and Trinity Christian. So check your papers, check the websites, and we'll go from there. So we will probably broadcast 1 or 2. I'm not even sure. It depends on Fuller Digital, which we would also like to thank for allowing us to bring you this game, as well as all of our sponsors. This has been Jim Westman on behalf of Fuller Digital Solutions, and check the websites and school website and Fuller Digital, and we'll go from there. Have a good night. 3-0 bottom of the 6th before we check off in favor of Alta Aurelia. So everything stays the same. That will be the Hawks baseball next opponent. All right, again, on behalf of Fuller Digital Solutions, this has been Jim Westman, and have a good night.